Hey guys, Jake here, and today, while I've been looking for the Dirt 5, there's been a couple of confirmations and some stuff speculating about the game that's starting to get me a little bit skeptical about it. Not that it's not going to be a good game, but let me explain it. My original worry about Dirt 5 is if it was going to be a clone of Dirt 2, but be like Grid 2019, where it tried to replicate these elements of the original and tried to be a replication of it, but also not really add anything new or interesting into the game, but also be worse at what the previous game already did. That's how Grid 2019 was for me, and that's what I was worried about with Dirt 5. However, as of recently, that fear or skepticism about the game has completely done a 180. The Playgrounds feature, which I quite like so far from playing it, definitely adds a huge new element to the game that wasn't there before. So the worry of there being nothing new really went away once Playgrounds came around. But my worry of it being too similar has switched into it being too different. Now let me rewind it back a little bit. First, Codemasters made the Colin McRae Rally games, which were rally simulators at the time, and people really liked those games. But they were rally and rally focused only. Later, Colin McRae Dirt, or just Dirt in the US, came around and tried to implement more types of off-road racing in addition to rally. Dirt 2 came next and started to add a bit more of a X Games feel to it and add more American drivers and more different types of off-road racing and motorsports in addition to rally. Rally wasn't necessarily the main focus anymore, but it was still in there and everyone knew that's where the series came from, is rally. Dirt 3 then kind of went back to rally, but also added Gymkhana and had more of a focus on what Ken Block does in his cars and that kind of stuff, but still included plenty of variety in its events. And then as Dirt 2 and 3 kind of started to stray away from the Colin McRae feel of things, Codemasters brought it back with Dirt Rally, and it was a big hit with the Colin McRae Rally fans and simulation fans alike. That side series gathered a whole new fan base, which kind of eclipsed the fan base of the main series. Now what Codemasters is trying to do is go back to the fans of, Dirt 2 and 3 and give them a new style of game. But what I've noticed that Dirt 5 is trying to do now is trying to take the things that Dirt 2 and 3 changed about the series, but not bring back what it originally did. It's going more in this left extreme way. What do I mean by left extreme way? Well, I'll let IGN's Luke Riley say it.
In fact, Dirt 5 is looking like a bit of a Scandinavian flick for the Codemasters off-road realm. It seems to be going left, so its serious sister series Dirt Rally can go right, if you know what I mean. The crew at Codemasters Cheshire took a look back at the series, pinpointed Dirt 2 and Dirt 3 as particularly noteworthy installments, and have used them as a springboard. In Carp's words, Dirt 2 plus Dirt 3 equals Dirt 5. I don't know much about maths, but I feel like that checks out.
And Dirt 5 trying to beat this combination of 2 and 3 sounded enticing, but I was worried of it being a bit too samey to those games. But my belief has kind of gone 180, as I said before, and I almost feel like Dirt 5 is going to be like another game they made instead. Okay, I'm kidding. Dirt Showdown isn't really a bad game at all, but I think it should have been a Dirt 3 expansion instead of a full game. I think it would be considered quite a good expansion if it wasn't a full game and it was just an add-on to Dirt 3, but nevertheless, Dirt Showdown went so extreme and off from the Colin McRae Rally series that it came from, that it made Codemasters go back to square one in Dirt Rally 3 years later. X Games, the Hoonigan, the Gymkhana, the Amigo.
30. Awesome. Go get your slide on, amigo. 50.
Was just not boding well with Colin McRae Rally fans who grew up with the original games. So when Codemasters went back to Rally, they pretty much got rid of everything Dirt 1, 2, and 3 started to kind of build on because of the explosion and mixed reception with Dirt Showdown. Now Codemasters is realizing that there are fans of Dirt 2 and 3, and there's quite a lot of them, and so they want to make a game that is like those. However, the reason why I'm thinking this game is going to be far more extreme than Dirt 2 and 3 were, because of two things about the game, which one is confirmed, and then the other one is highly speculated, which I think is going to turn out to be true. One, the game has no actual rally stages. If you look in the trailers, if you look in the car divisions and stuff like that, there are rally cars, but there are no actual rally stages. And plus, the courses in the game look like they're far too wide to be made into a rally stage. So I think this kind of confirms the theory. And I think this is part of Codemasters wanting to differentiate the main Dirt series and the Dirt Rally series, but I almost feel like it's a little bit too far. And I think the other thing that confirms my suspicion so much is the lack of mechanical damage, which has been confirmed. One of the things that makes the old Dirt games feel pretty intense to me is actually the mechanical damage and the fact that you can total your car. With how light and nimble the handling in those games can feel, it can feel like it's just so close to hitting that rock or tree and totaling your car and having to restart, or just press the flashback button. You see, I don't think Dirt 5 has any flashbacks. In fact, I don't think wait a minute, does Grid 2019 even have flashbacks? Okay, Grid 2019 actually does feature flashbacks. Now, I don't know if Dirt 4 does or not. Okay, Dirt 4 does actually not feature flashbacks, so I don't think it's going to really feature in Dirt 5 either. And I think the omission of flashbacks is the reason why mechanical damage isn't really a thing. With Codemasters trying to go so far left in the arcade direction of Dirt 5, they don't really want players to be annoyed by mechanical damage. Before, Dirt 2 and 3 were trying to be rally and off-road racing games with some skill, but not be the most arcadey thing ever. I mean, they were very arcadey, but compared to Dirt 5 now, with Dirt 2 and 3, it felt like they were still trying to build off the Colin McRae series. Now this feels like it's coming off of something completely different. And I think there is a specific reason as to why. Dirt 1, 2, and 3 are made by completely different people than Dirt 5. And those people are known as Evolution Studios. Wait a minute, no, I meant Codemasters Cheshire. Evolution Studios made the famous MotorStorm and Drive Club games. MotorStorm was a loved franchise, but they can't make any more MotorStorm games because Sony dropped them, and Sony still holds the rights to the MotorStorm name. So what do? Of course, when they get bought by Codemasters, and Codemasters holds the rights to one of the best off-road racing franchises out there, being Dirt, they can take advantage of it and inject some of that MotorStorm DNA into the game. In general, Dirt 5's environments just look more extreme, more so than anything the franchise has seen before in my opinion. In fact, I'm saying this unironically, I think a great name for this game could have been Dirt Storm. That actually sounds like a really cool name. I don't know why I didn't go for it. But the game is less of a fusion of Colin McRae plus other motorsports and make it a bit more arcadey, but it's now more so Dirt 2 plus MotorStorm. And this is why I have no doubts about the game being good, but then again, we probably said that about Grid 2019, so I should probably hold my mouth for just a second. But really, being more like MotorStorm doesn't make it a bad game at all, and if you love MotorStorm, then it probably makes it even better. But why it makes me skeptical is because I think there will be some more disappointment from the fans who love Dirt 2 and 3, because it's less like that and more so injecting some of the MotorStorm DNA. So I think there's actually a possibility of the next Dirt game after this, if this one succeeds, actually going back and adding rally and mechanical damage in. But again, the omissions of these things don't make Dirt 5 a bad game. They make Dirt 5 a different game than what I was expecting. And I don't think the omission of rally will be too bad if the other game modes are fantastic, but the omission of mechanical damage gets rid of an entire gameplay mechanic to me. In the old Dirt games, you actually had to, drive carefully, and that actually really fit with the game's handling model as being really light and nimble and feeling like your car could self-destruct at the next tree. But all in all, Dirt 5 is not looking to be a bad game at all. It's just looking to be less like Dirt 2 plus 3, but more so Dirt 2 plus MotorStorm. But this is before the game releases, and I have never played the general actual game. I've only played the Playgrounds feature, and I haven't actually played the regular game myself. So this could just be a complete random guess pulled out of my ass, and I could be completely wrong. In either direction it could be, I'm pretty sure the game will be good. I hope. But the omission of rally and mechanical damage is kind of disappointing to me in general. But we'll just have to see how the game turns out in November. So, let me know if you guys are disappointed by the omission of rally and mechanical damage in Dirt 5. Do you love MotorStorm and you're glad it's going to be more like MotorStorm? Or are you kind of saddened by the direction change? Or do you not really care, or do you just want another, Dirt Rally title? What kind of fan are you? What do you think? Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of the video, and I'll see you guys later.
Bye.